Alright, so in today's video we're going to be talking about the platform specific bonuses, and we're going to find out which platform brings forth a greater value compared to the others. I did go through this topic a bit in my last video a few days ago, but in this one we're going to be diving a bit deeper and finding out which one specifically is the greatest compared to the others. If you like this video or enjoy my content in general, I'm trying to make a comeback, so I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe. And yeah, let's move on to the video. So starting off on the website, we're going to be reading through the description and finding out how it really works. Here they say, the platform you purchase on determines which rare characters have increased appearance rates in Chronicle and Competition mode. And that's not all. If you use cross-save, the bonus effects from both platforms will apply. This bonus only increases the appearance rate. All characters can be obtained on all platforms. So that means these characters will not be locked onto their own platform, meaning if you have the Steam version, you'll still be able to get Torch, Gazelle, Alpha, Beta, and so on. So that means it's just going to be easier for you to get, like, let's say Lancer, Bylong, and Tascap. Moving on, we see the eligible teams. So in my last video I said that it would only be these players that are having a buffed chance of being dropped, but it turns out the whole team will have an increased drop rate. So here for the Nintendo Switch we're gonna have Prominence, Diamond Dust, and Zarnox Domain. For the PS5 and PS4 we're gonna have Protocol Omega 2.0 and 3.0. For the Xbox series we're gonna have Zeus, Lil Gigantes, and Dragon Link. And then for Steam we're gonna have Team Ogre, Eternal Light, and Ancient Darkness. So moving on to this Twitter post I found, here we can see the members of the teams that are gonna have a buffed drop rate in the game. So for the Switch we have Prominence, Diamond Dust, and Xenox Domain. For the PlayStation we have Protocol Omega. For Xbox we have Zeus, Lil Gigantes, and Dragon Link. And for Steam we have Team Ogre, Eternal Light, and Ancient Darkness. As we can see here, Xbox has a much higher number of players with a buffed drop rate compared to the other platforms. So I went ahead and counted all the players together to rank all the platforms based on the amount of players with a buffed drop rate. Starting off at dead last we have PlayStation, which has only 25 players. The reason for that being, in the anime, when they switched from Protocol Omega to Protocol Omega 2.0, they only changed like 5 or 6 players, and that is the reason for their low number. Obviously, with 3 teams you're supposed to have at least 33 players, but Protocol Omega is the only exception to that. Moving on to third place we have Steam. Steam has a number of 33 players with a buffed drop rate, which is exactly what I said earlier. With 3 teams you're supposed to have 33 at least, and Steam brings just that, 33 players. In second place we have the Switch, where we got 38 players with a buffed drop rate. And then in first place we have Xbox with a total number of 48 players with a buffed drop rate. So let's say you have 2 different platforms that you could get the game on. Definitely go for the Xbox, or let's say if you had the Switch or the PlayStation, definitely go for the Switch in my opinion. Of course, if you're not really that bothered with the buffed players, then you could go for the PlayStation as well, because the Switch 1, if you're not getting the Switch 2, is pretty awful to play the game on. And then of course keep in mind that if you have a friend that plays the game on the different platform, you can, let's say, go for the PlayStation if your friend has Steam, and then transfer your data over to them, and then they can send that data back to you and you receive the bonuses of both platforms. So that's all I have for today. I hope this video helped you in deciding on which platform you're gonna get the game on. And yeah, follow the guys up in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.